Hey guys! So today I'm going to show you how I turned into this Santa Claus Nutcracker guy. Yeah. Yep. So to start off, I found this wig in my closet. I forgot I had it, and I saw it and decided to become a Nutcracker. So I already had makeup on from the day, so I just used the makeup wipes I got from Sephora and just started wiping them off. Wiping my eyebrows off because I wanted to draw on some new eyebrows in a different color. So to lay my eyebrows down, I'm going to use some Elmer's glue, the glue stick, and a small spatula. And first I brushed my eyebrows down, and then I went ahead and put the glue on using the spatula. And I used my fingers and the warmth from my fingers to kind of smooth it out. I use my fingers a lot when I'm doing makeup like this. They come in handy. And it can be a little difficult to smooth my eyebrows down because I have curly eyebrows, which is very strange, I think. And they're pretty hairy, so, you know. So I use a lot of glue. So anyway, once that's done, I then set my eyebrows using the Ruby Kisses setting powder, which is pretty much the only thing I use it for. I've had it for like a year or two now, and that's pretty much the only time I use it is when I'm doing stuff like this. So I just dab it on there with a small brush. And I got those Ruby Kisses from my local beauty supply store. Got it from the hair store. And then I brushed off the excess using a fan brush. And then I went over that using some more foundation and a Real Technique sponge. So it can more look like my eyebrows are gone. Look more like, I don't know, something like that. Okay, this was the tricky part because I wanted white eyebrows to match my white hair. So I went in using some white oil-based paint, which was very smooth and it was easy to work with, but it was mixing with my makeup. So then I went with a different brush and I used some water-based paint, and that helped a bit, but then it stopped working because it was like, it's water based, so I needed water to activate it, and that was like rubbing in with the makeup even more. So I went back in with the oil based paint on top of that to make it whiter. I still wasn't like super happy with the way it came out, but I like the shape of them. It was just the coloring that was a little frustrating because it was mixing with my makeup. And I tried it before this, just not blocking out my eyebrows, like not putting makeup on my eyebrows or putting glue or anything on my eyebrows. And it wasn't working because my eyebrows are so dark. They're black. So it was like, yeah, you could still see them. Like still see the, I don't know. Maybe it would have had a cool like salt and pepper look, but that's not what I wanted at the time. So it still turned out kind of white, but kind of brown too. Like a brownish white. But this was the hardest part, was because I was trying to draw eyebrows where there were no eyebrows and try to make them even. But in the end I liked it. And I used my fingers a lot here too. And then I cleaned it up using a little bit more foundation and my sponge. Yeah, I just put some makeup on the tip of the sponge and just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. And throughout the video I kept like going back to my eyebrows to fix them and make sure they were even and try to make them a little whiter because my hair is so white. I actually think this wig goes to my I don't know if it was Edward Scissorhands costume or something like that. I think it's my Beetlejuice costume it goes to. And tissue comes in handy when you're doing stuff like this. I always have it near me. Alright, so those are my eyebrows. So then, sorry, I started working on my mustache. Sorry, I was trying to keep the mirror out of the way, but also trying to see. And I was having the same issue with my mustache, so I wiped the makeup off of my face where I was putting my mustache, so I wouldn't have that issue anymore with the makeup mixing in with the paint. And I did the same thing under my eyes. Basically, wherever I was putting white paint, I was wiping my makeup off after the whole eyebrow situation. So I want to put some white paint under my eyes to make my eyes look a little bigger, a little creepier, a little crazier. And be super careful with this part. I did not get paint in my eyes, thankfully. I'm surprised because I usually do stuff like that. But yeah, you don't want to get paint in your eyes. So then I outlined that using my black Avon eyeliner. Gel eyeliner pencil. Which is really good. This thing is really good. I've had it for about a year or so now. And it's super smooth. So next, what I'm doing here is putting some false eyelashes where I drew on the eyeliner. I drew with the eyeliner on my face. And I'm just using some Ardell natural lashes. They're so thin and they do look really natural, which is why I really don't wear them that often on my top lashes because they just look like my regular eyelashes. So, but they come in handy as bottom lashes because they look realistically like bottom lashes because they're so thin and natural looking. But then I used some wispy eyelashes from Ardell on my top lashes. And then I used some Wet n Wild lipstick. This is Red Velvet. I want that red lip, and I went back in and made my mustache a little whiter, and this is where I'm adding just a little bit at a time of the white paint. I really like the oil-based paint, but because it's so smooth, but it never dries, so it's kind of hard to build it up because it never really dries. But it's good paint. And I ordered this paint from Amazon. And then I went ahead and started doing my teeth. And what I did was basically draw some lines on my bottom lip using black paint. And then I went in every section with some white paint. And then here I am just cleaning up the black lines with some black paint and a really thin eyeliner brush. And I also lined my top lip with black paint. And then I drew a little mouth using the black paint from the bottom of my lip to my chin, like a little rectangle, and that was the part that was like open. Sorry that the mirror is in the way. I was trying to see, but also trying to keep it out of the way. But all I'm doing is coloring in that rectangular section between my bottom lip and my chin, and that's like the black section where you put the nut and it cracks the nut, quote unquote. And then I just drew some bottom teeth on my chin, and I did the same thing as the top. Section it off, and I try to make them even, and then I just filled it in with some white paint. And then at the top I am putting some red paint on my top lip because I wanted to pop a little bit more. I felt like it was a little dull. And then I also did the same thing on my bottom lip, my bottom chin, the bottom of my chin. And I'm just adding some NYX HD blush in pink on my nose and my cheeks. Yeah, you can barely see my bottom lip, quote unquote. That's on my chin because I mismeasured. And yeah, it's really small. But it's down there. I just used the red paint down there. So now I'm just adding some cotton balls and some latex for my beard hair. And I'm just fluffing out the cotton balls and ripping them apart and make them into a beard. That's pretty much it. Super quick, super simple. I thought it was fun. My daughter always asked me for a Nutcracker whenever we go to the store. I always tell her no because they're super expensive, because I think people actually use them to crack nuts, but I always thought they were just for decoration. I don't know. I didn't know people actually use them. But yeah, I'm just sticking those on there. And I'm actually fluffing them out as they're on my chin as the latex is drying, because I wanted to look a little bit more realistic. I kind of look like a goat. And I was just building it up, trying to make sure it was even. And yeah, that's it. That is my Nutcracker look. And then all you do is pose for the camera. Show off your creepy face. I look pretty good with a beard. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!